Hello, and welcome to the 2019 Game Domain Game of the Year Awards. Today is our annual award show, where we hand out some hardware to the best in gaming for the past year. This year is a very special one, as today is not only our last video of the year, but our last video of the decade. Next year, 2020, is a very big year for us at Game Domain, as we will be approaching our 5th year anniversary on November 24th. Every year we have a very tough time trying to figure out what games we are going to give awards to, and this year is no different. But what is different about this year is that we were trying to pick diamonds from the rough rather than the gold from the silver like years past. This year's brought us, how do we say this, really not many good games. The past few years we have been blessed with some fantastic titles, but this year was fairly lackluster. We did find ourselves, of course, still making this video, and so let's get on with the show. Best Sports Racing Game of 2019. The nominees are as follows: FIFA 20, NASCAR Heat 4, Madden NFL 20, Dirt Rally 2.0, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Last year's winner was Forza Horizon 4. The sports and racing game category is always one that is filled with the same old recurring yearly sports titles, most of which are the same as the ones that came before it. But while we played through all of the sports games released this year, one game stood out as bringing a real impact to the players that made it completely different from the previous year's installment. We haven't gotten a good NASCAR racing game since NASCAR 15, with 704 Games having a pretty rough start to its line of NASCAR games. But this all changed this year with the release of NASCAR Heat 4, which improved modestly on Heat 3. This game completely redid the racing mechanics, gave us a professional online league for the best virtual racers in the world to compete for real race teams, as well as the great nostalgic feeling of old-time NASCAR racing games. And with that said, we are giving our 2019 Game Domain Sports or Racing Game of the Year award to NASCAR Heat 4. Congratulations to the team over at 704 Games for their fantastic work. Best Ongoing Game of 2019. Meaning a game that was released previously but is still getting enormous love and play volume till this day. Here are the nominees: Apex Legends, Fortnite, Destiny 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Minecraft. This is a new award for 2019. And the winner is Minecraft. I mean, come on, what did you expect? Minecraft ranks among gaming's greatest titles of all time, and the fact that it has kept a constant and static popularity over the past 10 years is astounding. If we had to pick one ongoing game that defined not just 2019, but the entire decade of the 2010s, we would probably say Minecraft. This game kicked into a recent surge of popularity again this year, and became so increasingly popular that it even rivaled its success from back in the days of 2014. People have been playing this game non-stop for so many years now, and it doesn't seem like it's going to die down anytime soon either. There's an endless amount of fun in this game, as you can do anything from trying to survive on hardcore mode to building a massive city in creative. In honor of the game's 10-year anniversary this past year, we are more than happy to give Mojang's Minecraft our Game Domain 2019 Ongoing Game of the Year award. Best Nintendo Game of 2019. As you guys already know, we at Game Domain are all die-hard Nintendo fans, and Nintendo games are at the center of our content coverage. We had this award last year, and we are bringing it back this year as well. Here are this year's nominees: Super Mario Maker 2, Luigi's Mansion 3, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Pokemon Sword and Shield, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Last year's winner was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The winner is Pokemon Sword and Shield. As we have stated throughout this video, we felt this year was fairly lackluster in the realm of major gaming titles. Well, at least compared to what we have been used to this past decade. But even in a down year, Nintendo still brought the heat with a slew of great new titles, and out of them all, only one could reign supreme. And that is the Galarian entry into the Pokemon world. Sword and Shield were incredibly controversial, but everyone has shut up about their complaints since the game came out. This brand new 2019 title was able to capture the feel of Pokemon worlds of the past, and showed us what the Nintendo Switch is truly capable of when it comes to Pokemon gaming on the home console. The folks over at Game Freak just keep giving us fantastic Pokemon titles, and we are delighted to give the Game Domain 2019 Nintendo Game of the Year award to Pokemon Sword and Shield. Best Family Game of 2019. Coming up next is a family-friendly award, which is, of course, our Family Game of the Year. Gaming has been a core part of many families during this millennium, and more specifically this past decade, and this year brought us a bunch of great family-friendly titles that caused some divide among siblings. Here are the nominees. Ring Fit Adventure, Yoshi's Crafted World, Super Mario Maker 2, Luigi's Mansion 3. There is no fifth nominee for this award. Last year's winner was Super Mario Party. And the winner is Super Mario Maker 2. Family gaming became increasingly popular this past decade, and we can largely attribute its surge onto the gaming scene to how important video games are to this new generation. Gaming has now become a medium that brings families together, and that is why we felt this award was necessary to include starting last year. Super Mario Maker 2 released at a time when gaming was at its dullest point in a few years, and it certainly gave us a great time when great games were so hard to come by. This game vastly improved on its predecessor and gave us the family-friendly creative atmosphere that we yearned for. Nintendo did a fantastic job putting this title together, so congratulations to Super Mario Maker 2 for winning our Game Domain 2019 Family Game of the Year award. Best Action Game of 2019. The next award goes to the action-packed title that got it done the best this year, and there are a few games from staple series in the gaming world that are nominated this year. So let's get into them. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Apex Legends, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, Metro Exodus. This is a new award for 2019. And the winner of the inaugural Best Action Game of the Year goes to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Man, did this game hit all of us gaming fans in the feels or what? I think just about everybody got repeated flashbacks to memories of their childhood when they would come home from school every day and grind Modern Warfare 2 for hours upon hours, or all of the emotional tugs at our hearts throughout the original Modern Warfare campaign. This game gave us something we can't appreciate anymore: nostalgia, along with some incredible action that made itself stand out this year. And that is why we are giving the Game Domain 2019 Action Game of the Year award to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Best RPG of 2019. What gamer doesn't love a good RPG? 2019 gave us a few, ranging from an all-new installment of the most popular media franchise of all time to a few lesser-known games that burst onto the scene. Here are the nominees. Kingdom Hearts 3, Monster Hunter World: Iceborne, Disco Elysium, The Outer Worlds, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Last year's winner was Monster Hunter World. And the winner is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Pokemon is the world's most famous and notorious RPG series, and most notorious franchise in anything of all time based on sales, and this year's installment was no different in producing the same kind of continued success we have gotten for the last 20 plus years. Sword and Shield's Galarian experience made us truly immersed into the role of the gym challenger, and all of the other characters motivated us to strive for greatness and defeat the unbeatable champion Leon. We beat him, so he's not unbeatable. Congratulations to Pokemon Sword and Shield for taking home the Game Domain 2019 RPG of the Year award, their second of the night. Best Action Adventure Game of 2019, and we got a few more great nominees for this one. Here they are. Borderlands 3, Star Wars Jedi: Fallen Order, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, Death Stranding, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Last year's winner was Red Dead Redemption 2. And the winner is Star Wars Jedi: Fallen Order. Now, it is not news to any gaming fan that the Star Wars community has been furious with EA for years, and have been encouraging Disney and Lucasfilm to remove their Star Wars license. But it's safe to say that Star Wars Jedi: Fallen Order has completely changed that narrative. We finally got what we wanted ever since Knights of the Old Republic, and that is an in-depth and realistic canonized single-player story about the world we love. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order gave us that, and it certainly deserves our Game Domain 2019 Action Adventure Game of the Year award. Best in Audio Design of 2019. This year we added another award into our show, and this is going to credit the game with the greatest sound and audio design of 2019. These nominees all captured a realistic feeling that made us become immersed in the sounds of the universe we are playing in. Here are the nominees. Gears 5, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Death Stranding, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and the winner is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare immersed us into the battlefield yet again, and it is no surprise that yet another Call of Duty game would take home this award. Call of Duty games have always had a knack for great audio design, and this year's Blast from the Past was no different. Congratulations to Call of Duty Modern Warfare on winning the Game Domain 2019 Audio Design in a Video Game Award. This is their second award of the night. Best Multiplayer Game of 2019. Here are the nominees. Borderlands 3, Tetris 99, Apex Legends, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Last year's winner was Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And the winner is Apex Legends. Just about everybody wanted to try their hand at mirroring the success of Fortnite, and you can argue that nobody came as close as Apex Legends did. Fortnite lovers and haters all came together to play this game, and it had a very good stretch of a few months of being on top of the gaming scene, being played and enjoyed across all three major forms of gaming: PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Apex Legends did what most could not, and that is why we chose it as our Game Domain 2019 Multiplayer Game of the Year award. Best Musical Score in a Game of 2019. We here at Game Domain love music in video games, and I'm sure you guys could tell. This year gave us some fantastic scores, and we examined all of our favorite soundtracks before we made our final pick. Here are the nominees. Pokémon Sword and Shield, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Death Stranding, Kingdom Hearts 3. Last year's winner was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The winner is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. One of the greatest parts about the experience in a video game is musical score that accompanies the gameplay. For years, Nintendo has been taking this award home with their fantastically designed and composed soundtracks year in and year out, but this year there was only one other franchise that could beat it. With everything from the home screen theme to the final battle, Fallen Order brought us a John Williams-inspired score that was produced to excellence. The highlight of the score was easily the beautiful rendition of the Order 66 theme in one of Cal's flashbacks, truly encapsulating the moment as one of the series' most iconic. This game's score immersed us into a whole new Star Wars adventure with the accompaniment of this wonderful score, and with that, we congratulate Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on winning the Game Domain 2019 Best Musical Score in a Game award. This is their second award of the night. Best Narrative Game of 2019. This year in particular, just like last year, brought us more than a few fantastically told storylines that had us on the edge of our seats throughout the entire game. Our final choice may not be that popular with all of you, but we certainly feel good about our choice. Here are the nominees. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Disco Elysium, Death Stranding, Control, The Outer Worlds. Last year's winner was Red Dead Redemption 2. And the winner is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Taking back-to-back awards, Fallen Order presents us with one of, if not the greatest narratives out of all Star Wars video games. This game follows the story of a survivor Padawan, Cal Kestis, whose master was killed in front of him by a legion of clone troopers upon the execution of Order 66. Cal struggles defining who he really is and what his true spot in this story is. He starts off working for the Empire at a shipyard and comes out as a Jedi by flashing his lightsaber in his difficult escape to defect. He comes across a band of rebels, one of a former Jedi, and the story kicks off from there. We don't want to get into any more plot points in case we spoil anything, but if you play this full story, you will see exactly where we are coming from in making this choice to give the Game Domain 2019 Narrative in a Game of the Year award to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This is their third award of the night. Game Domain 2019 Game of the Year. We have been through so many awards so far, and all of the nominees would have been more than a deserving choice to each of their respective categories. To be completely honest with you guys, 2019 was, in our opinion, one of the more lackluster gaming years of the decade. Don't get us wrong, there were some incredible games this year that would have held their own in any other year of gaming, but overall, there were a lot less amazing titles than years past. But even with our feelings on this gaming year, it was still incredibly hard for us to pick who would win our 2019 Game of the Year award, following in the footsteps of our 2017 winner, Super Mario Odyssey, and our 2018 winner, Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, let's get into what games were nominated for the Game Domain 2019 Game of the Year award. Pokémon Sword and Shield, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, Death Stranding, Star Wars Jedi: Fallen Order, Control. And the winner of the Game Domain 2019 Game of the Year award is Star Wars Jedi: Fallen Order. In a year that has seemed to lack major narrative titles, which we have been blessed to have so many of in the past few years, we got one game that stood out among all the rest. Taking us back into the Star Wars world, finally listening to the fans and wanting a new story-based Star Wars video game, Respawn gave us this exemplary narrative exploring a largely unfamiliar part of the storyline. Diving into more specifics of the aftermath of Order 66, setting up the mission of Darth Vader to completely hunt down and destroy all remaining Force-sensitive children, and leaving us on a cliffhanger of sorts that sets up for a sequel, this game gave us everything we ever wanted in a new Star Wars story-based title. We already covered the various other specific points about the game that we loved, as we gave this game a few awards throughout the night that highlighted some of our favorite parts. This game shattered all expectations and doubts, and gave us a story that is more than worth the $60 we all dropped on it on release date. With no other microtransactions, a first for EA, Fallen Order gave us an endless amount of fun, and we are deeming Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order our Game Domain 2019 Game of the Year award. This year was certainly a fun one, and we were more than happy to spend all of this year with our wonderful subscribers and fans. Make sure that you stick around on our channel for next year, and we can't wait to head into 2020 with a whole new wave of amazing content for you guys to enjoy. Make sure you like and subscribe. We hope that all of you had a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and that you all had a wonderful New Year's celebration tonight. We'll see you in 2020, and one last time for this decade, thanks for watching Game Domain.